What's up? It is almost time for Giorno de Morti, All Souls Day. I'm starting to set up my altar. I'm actually creating kind of a more formal All Souls Day altar this year. So I'll be like moving things from my normal altar over here. I'm setting up a space for my partner's family as well. And so we're just kind of starting with a white sheet this time. I have to start putting some plants and some saints back on this table because that's where they usually sit. White is not necessarily something I would usually choose, maybe black or red, but I kind of like it. So we're going with white this year. So yeah, this is my process of setting up my ancestral altar. Now that I have my ancestral altar set up, let's go over some of the things that I have on it. Hopefully this helps inspire you to set up a space for your ancestors, no matter how small, this All Souls Day or even into November. So apart from pictures, which I have a lot of, and I'm going to have my editor blur the faces out for their privacy, my ancestors are very private people. I have a few different things. I have some offerings like these little almond cookies that I love and my Papa and Nana love. But let's start with like things associated with ancestors. For me, I have a lot of rosaries. This one is one that I wear a lot. It's got rose beads on it. I actually have a rosary dedicated to each of my matriarchs that I work with. So I have one for my great-great-grandma, one for my great-grandma, and one for my grandma. And all three of those rosaries stay on their different altars, but because we are doing a full spread this year at their behest, as well as at my partner's ancestors' behest, this is going to be, they're all going to be together. I have rosaries, and of course my ancestors were Catholic, some folk Catholics, like Italian American flavored Catholics, so I have those rosaries. I also have a lot of saint medals. This one's really nice, and it's in a little container. I have a little bowl filled with charms that I always keep on their altar to kind of charge them or offer to them. I have a piece of a mullein, like a mullein candle, mullein torch, hag torch. So I have some like coral pieces that were gifted, and I have 3 other pieces of coral. I have an amber piece, which is also protective. I have a piece of onyx that was gifted to me from the shores of Italy. I have a Occhio di Santa Lucia, an Eye of Saint Lucy, that was gifted to me from Italy. I have a cornicello, a mano cornuto, and a mano figo, all in this little bowl, as well as some saint medals. It's this mugwort bowl. It's hand painted. I got it at Ritualcraft a couple years ago. I'm obsessed with it. I believe it's made by Sweet Destructor, but I am not 100% sure. So if you made this bowl, let me know. Or if you know who made this bowl, let me know. Other things, I got some Scopa cards. These are actually made by Pavesi, which is a cookie company, and they have all cookies on it. They're a very traditional like playing card deck, and they have different like types of cookies on them. And these are for a specific ancestor who, when I got this deck, my mom was like, oh my God, they would love this. A few other things. I have a lot of plants. I have some live plants in the back here, a pothos and a violet, African violet, I believe. I have a dried bundle that I made over on the fall equinox that'll probably burn, that's been on their altar. I have some saints as well. I have Mary here in the form of the Black Madonna, and in the form of Mary of the Miraculous Medal, which is really important to my family. I also have Saint Michael, Saint Anthony. I have Michael's altar is always on this table facing the door, so I just kind of picked it up and moved it and cleaned it up a bit. And then, of course, I have a Saint Joseph oil back here. Other things that I have that I haven't put on my altar before, I have pictures of me and my partner Ethan together, and I have a picture of me and my family together with Ethan. And we're not ancestors, we're still alive, but to me, it's also us being better ancestors and our ancestors living through us. So as I kind of celebrate over the next couple days, I'll probably begin by laying out a bunch of white candles and lighting the candles I have on here. It's traditional to light a white candle in the window to call the ancestors home, and that's what I will be doing, or I'll be lighting it kind of over here on the evening of Halloween. And tomorrow I'll probably be doing some last preparations, sweeping the doorsteps. I already cleaned the house, which you saw. I also have been told that I have to set up a space for my partner and for my partner's ancestors. So we're going to be walking around figuring out what to do that. This also gives me a chance to deep clean my normal ancestral altar, which is where these guys will go, and the space for my great grandma. I have a candle in between them. These two don't like each other. So I am hoping that no one knocks each other's photos down this time, because goodness, that's been annoying. I also have another plant that I'm going to be adding here. And of course I have a little like jar for roses, which I will be getting. At some point, Ethan and I will probably be sitting and eating at this table on Saturday with the ancestors and offering them food. As well as that, they'll be getting coffee in the morning over the next 3 days. I already have a lot of animals showing up in my yard that I associate with like ancestral spirits, or ancestral animals. I had a fox show up today, and there was a deer in my yard all day yesterday for Diana. So I will also be offering Diana some wine. I got some good booze for them too, some good wine. I'll probably stop by, and if I can, get some Amaro. They've helped me out a lot this year. And then I'll be doing a working with them on Giorno dei Morti. I will be asking them for help with certain things for the next year. Oh, I forgot. The piece de resistance, ancestral magic. And this is like, they're getting a big spread this year because they helped me write this book. So it's dedicated to them. It's for them. It's always for them, but this is for them. And so I will probably move some things around to fit this, or I'll set it on the windowsill or kind of over here, or I'll place it in the center as like an offering of like a look what I did. But that's kind of some things that you can place on an altar. I'm using a white cloth this year. I don't usually use a cloth like this. It's a little wrinkled and I can already hear them complaining about it. I don't have an ironing board. I should have an iron. I don't. I will be picking up probably just a simple white candle or a simple black candle to do a working with them. I'll be baking the traditional osso de morti cookies as well. And I'll just be kind of spending time with them. They don't always like all being together. So I'm going to dress this beautiful nest candle, happy home candle, to try and keep the peace while they're all on the same table. Just for 3 days, okay? And this also gives me a chance to really clean their altar, which I haven't been able to do in a while, for a variety of reasons, health issues, all this other stuff. So this is them. I am very excited to have them here. I can already, like I said, see the spirits popping up. Now the goals for today and tomorrow are to get a different video filmed. So you want to work with ancestors, a real setup, some other work, and clean their normal altar space, as well as set up a space for my partner's ancestors, which I haven't totally figured out where they're going yet. I could do like up top in the kitchen over here. I could do a tiny little spread in one of my other bookshelves. I don't know. I may have to ask them, which I feel like is going to be a bit of a process. So for right now, this is the setup. I wanted to get it done. And I hope you enjoyed this Giorno dei Morti, prepping for my ancestors to come home vlog. So I stopped by Ritual Craft today to grab some things. Firstly, I needed a white candle to light in the center of the altar because it's traditional on Samhain or All Hallows Eve to light a white candle to call your ancestors home. I also got this really cute black candle because I really liked it, and it's got like these cute little designs on it. You can kind of see them to light. I also got some things for my partner's ancestors because they requested to be included in the ancestral celebrations. So firstly, we're starting off with a giant iron toad. Don't ask me why. I don't know. But with knowing kind of just a very small amount of what his ancestry is, what he does for work, he's an iron worker, this guy kind of makes sense. So tonight we're going to be anointing him and embodying him with the spirit of Ethan's benevolent ancestors, and all that good stuff. I also got some of a product from Biomaker I love. It's Phytogenesis Dragon Salt. And this is just on a little tray with a dragon. This dragon statue is not like a European one. It's one that I got when I was a kid. So this dragon statue is not one that's traditionally going to be seen quite a lot in like any Western, Great British countries, anything like that. But it's one that I've had for a really long time, and one that I got as like a gift, a little trinket as when I was growing up. And so he's just on a little tray that I got with some dragon salt until I can get kind of a different statue that embodies kind of more of what would make sense dragon-wise for the regions that Ethan's ancestors are from. So if you know of any places that have like Scottish accurate dragons or Welsh accurate dragons or anything like that and little statues, that'd be awesome. Although this guy has always kind of been a little like weird guardian for the home. So I'm not complaining. He's not complaining. We're hanging out. We're vibing. I also got a perfume, which I've been spraying the altar with because it has a Turkish rose scent in it, and my Nana really, really liked rose perfume. And then I stopped by to get our farm share. I got this really cool St. Michael holy water bottle. So tonight I'm going to be lighting the candle for them, calling them home, and then basically tomorrow I'll be doing my osso de morti cookies, probably making some like red sauce or traditional dishes. Bread is usually something I try to make. My ancestors from different regions love bread. There are kind of two books back here, one from the Austrian-Hungarian ancestors that I have, and another is Ancestral Magic. I would like to eventually get a crow statue for one of my other lineages or a few other things, but because Italian-American is what I am and what I do, and kind of the majority of the ancestors I work with are Italian-American, most of the altar is devoted to them, as well as my most recently departed ancestors. And so, yeah, that's the setup. So we're going to dress some candles now. Okay, it is Monday. Yesterday was All Souls Day, and I spent my whole day at a market, which originally I was like, but it went so well, and I had such a great time that I can't wait to hopefully do it again next year, as long as they'll have me. I was at DEVAHAUS with Alchemy Ritual Goods down in Denver, and I got so many goodies. Most of these were traded, and I'm excited. Just to kind of start off, I got these perfumes from MD Traditional, and these perfumes I'm so excited for. One, because I literally got sent this one, Streghe della Morte, the Eau de Perfume, like before the market. And I was like, oh, I really want to get this. I need to save up for it. And then she was at the market, and I was like, what? It's meant to be. And getting to talk to her was so amazing. So she got some of my oils, and I got 2 of her perfumes. I got Streghe della Morte and Catholic Witch. When you blend these 2 together is really when I feel the most mystical, magical goody, okay? And she got Our Lady on Tire of Knots, which is now completely sold out. Again, it's been up for 2 weeks, so I'm pouring more. And then Oil of the Matriarchs and Bocca al Lupo Lucky Oil, which is still available. I am so excited to work with these perfumes. Catholic Witch just definitely smells like a perfume my ancestors would like. There are scents of fragrance in it. And Streghe della Morte literally smells like I walked into a graveyard in the best of ways. And so I'm so excited. I'm like, how did you bottle the smell of dirt? And it's just so, so good. Right up there with everything else that I got. Of course, I got That Witch candle. This one is called Manic Pixie. And it's notes of beechwood, ivy, ozone, sage, camphor, amber, moss, patchouli, and eucalyptus. 100-hour burn on these bad boys. They're really big. It's so good. I think I love the camphor scent so deeply. I also got some soap from That Witch that I'm so excited for because I'm looking for soap for so long that's not like dial soap. I also got some donation-based products from the Folk Futurist Herbalism Program. I got a nettle salve for joint pain and protection, and a calendula comfrey plantain salve for my bruises and all of Ethan's cuts and bruises. And this is the Folk Futurist Community Medicine Herbal Immersion through Alchemy Ritual Goods. The first cohort, I think, is finished, and they're doing another one next year, which, of course, I am going to be trying to get into that because it is run by my very good friend, Lynn Flanagan-Till at Barusa's Garden on Instagram. I also got some syrup, which is now in the fridge, but it's lemon lavender. Oh, my God. It's ridiculous. It's so good. And I'm so excited. It's just the perfect hint of lemon in there. Delicious. It's just so good. And that's Botanica La Flor that did that. There's also honey and sea moss and all these other wonderful things that I love so deeply. If I had more money, I would have been spending all of it. Most of these, like I said, I got by trades or donation based. And I'm pretty pleased. I also got these from one of my favorite jewelry makers. These lovely little earrings. So if you ever see the giant coral ring that I wear, which has now been missing for a little bit, I got to figure out where she went. Got to petition St. Anthony for that one. I am missing my coral ring, but I got it last year from Tactile Studios, and these earrings are perfect. She helped me choose them. I love them. Like I said, I'm still looking for my coral ring. It's like a giant fossilized coral piece, and I love it. It's one of my ancestral veneration pieces, and it has misplaced itself. Probably pissed off because I haven't cleansed it in a while. So I'm hoping that it comes back to me because I love that ring. If not, I'm going to have to commission her to make a new one. Whoops. Oh, no. But today is Monday. Today is just a bunch of housekeeping things. Giorno de Morti All Souls Day is over, so I'm going to be placing and setting up the altars for the rest of the year today. I'm dancing later today, and yeah, I'm also doing some Patreon work, which I'm very excited for. Other than that, I feel like it was a very good weekend. Even though I didn't get to do like a lot of huge veneration activities, I brought a little ancestral altar with me yesterday for the market, and that I think just gave it a very nice boost. And I left some new oils at Alchemy Ritual Goods that you can get, including Bocca al Lupo Lucky Oil. I restocked Commune, and I also left Abbondanza Abundance Oil, which is one of my favorites for abundance in money or abundance in community. But yeah, let's set up the altars for the rest of the year.